Hello, everyone. My name is Mr. Connor. Yes, Mr. Connor. I am here to. What's that? Right. I am here to teach math. Yes, math is very exciting. So, grab your notebook and. Oh, yes. Grab your notebook and. What are we doing? All right. I am here to teach math. What? Oh, I said that already. Grab your notebook and let's do math. Okay, class, you should have your notebook open right now, and right now we are looking at 4.1 multiplication patterns with decimals. Okay. First off, in this box right here, it says, when we multiply by, you'll get your writing utensil, and we will write, when we multiply by powers of 10, we move the decimal to the right or left. Go ahead and fill that in. Pause the video if you need to. Okay, we should all have that written now, and let's look down to the next box. It says move the decimal to the, and this one's going to be right. Move the decimal to the right for each, this is a big word, increasing power of 10. So let me explain that. If we go over to the box here, we have some blank spaces. Now, if I multiplied, put a 1 here, and we said 1 times 0.4. 1 times 0.4 equals 0.4, naturally. And if we just maybe increase that number, instead of a 1, we will do a 10. 10 times 0.4 is going to be increasing. Now, if you remember the step over here on the left, it says move the decimal to the right for each increasing power of 10. So let's go over here, and I find the decimal, which is right here. And if you notice, on this 10, we actually move the decimal 1 to the right to make it 10 right here. And we would do that right here. And so since we started with 1 and we moved it 1 over to make the 10, we will do the same thing. So I will take the decimal and move it 1 to the right. My decimal is now in that new spot. And so my number now is 4.9. Okay? Now, if we increase that number again, and I start with a 1, and this time I'm going to put 2 zeros, we're actually increasing by 100. And what we'll do, class, is we will take our decimal and we'll move it 1, 2 to the right, because from the 1 we moved it 1, 2 to the right. And so the decimal now is at the end of the number, and our answer is 42. 9. So you can see the pattern. Let's do one more increasing power of 10. Let's do 1,000. Now, if you look at 1,000, you can see we moved the decimal 1, 2, 3 spots. So we'll go 1, 2, 3 spots. Now, if you noticed in this blank space right here, we need to put a 0. And so my new number now is 490. And you can see the progression of the numbers. Okay, class, now let's go to the bottom box. We just move to the right when we increase. So you might be able to guess that if we move the decimal to the left for each decreasing power of 10. Okay? So this is going to be the opposite. And what I want to do, class, is I want to start with the number 1 again. And I have 1 times 0.49, which equals 0.49, the same number. Now, since we are decreasing our powers of 10, we are moving to the left. So if our decimal is right here, we will take that decimal and move it to the left. And so instead of 1, now we will have 0.1. And since we moved the decimal to the left, we will take our decimal and move it 1 to the left. And our new decimal is right there. And so our new number would be 0.049. Let's do another one. If we move the decimal 2 times to the left, we would have 0.01. And the same thing, now we would move the decimal 2 to the left. 1, 2. There's our new decimal, and you'll notice we have another blank space right here. We will put a 0. So our number would be 0.0049. And if you notice the pattern, here we had a 0 here, and then on the next one we had 2 zeros. So on the last one, we can move the decimal 1, 2, 3 times. We'd have 0.001. So since we moved the decimal 3 times from the beginning, 1, 2, 3, we will move the decimal 3 times. 1, 2, 3. New decimal goes there, and we have 2 places to put our zeros. They're blank, so we need to put zeros. Our new number would be 0.00049. Now, look at our sheet. If you go up to the top, when we move to the right, we increase our number. And when we go to the left, we decrease our number. Now, we should have that front page filled out. Just remember, when we move to the right, our number gets bigger. We went from 0.49 all the way to 490. And then remember, when we move to the left, because we are multiplying by decimals, our number got smaller. It went from 0.49 to 0.00049. Now turn to the other side. Okay, on this side, we will look at the first box. Exponents. We have talked about exponents before, and they're another way to increase or decrease powers of 10. So, for example, a power of 10 would be like this. You write a 10 because it's a power of 10. And an exponent could be a 0. That 0 means we have 0 powers of 10. We will not move the decimal at all. We move it 0 times. The exponent tells us how many times to move the decimal to the right because it's getting bigger. So our first answer stays the same, 0.49. Now, if we had 10 to the power of 1, that means we are multiplying by 10, or moving the decimal 1 time. I will take the decimal, and I will move it 1 time to the right. My new decimal is right there, and so I have 4.9. If I have 10 to the power of 2, 10 to the second power, the 2 tells me I'm moving the decimal 2 times. So I will grab the decimal and move it 1, 2 times. I have a new decimal, and my answer is 49. I don't need to put the decimal at the end. Lastly, I have 10 to the power. Third power. The 3 tells me to move the decimal 3 times. 1, 2, 3. In the blank space, remember to put a 0. And my answer is 490. Okay? So finally, you have a problem to try by yourself. And if you need help tomorrow, we can help you in class. It says, Abby is making paracord bracelets. She needs to make 100 bracelets. One bracelet uses 7.5 feet of paracord. How much cord will Abby need? Remember to look at the hint, and we can work on this tomorrow in class.